friend. Welcome to the Fruitful Fertility Podcast. Do you want to better understand your body so you can get pregnant naturally? Do you find yourself up late at night Googling how to ovulate on your own or natural fertility tips? Do you feel lost on what your next step should be? Hey, I'm Tori, a registered nurse, Christian fertility coach, and your new TTC BFF. When I started my fertility practice, I realized how much the modern medical system was missing when it came to supporting women trying to get pregnant. I knew God had called me to this space to bridge that gap and provide more natural fertility support and education. With time and a little trial and error, I found a foundational way to assess infertility cases and get better results. In this podcast, you will finally understand how your body and fertility work, support to stay off that emotional roller coaster, and a proven strategy to improve ovulation and increase your fertility naturally. If you're ready to get started, drop those ovulation sticks and grab a pen because, girl, you look fertile to me. Okay guys, today we are going to dive into the topic of low progesterone. But before we do that, I want to tell you about the free masterclass that's in the show notes. This is about a 30-minute video. It's all about improving your fertility. It will address more in depth what's going on with your progesterone and what exactly you can do about it. So that is in the show notes. This is great for anyone who's trying to get pregnant naturally, dealing with unexplained infertility, wondering what the heck's going on, why your progesterone's low, why your period's irregular. It answers all of that. That is in the show notes. So grab that. It's totally free, quick video that can really build on top of today's episode. So do that. You'll be thankful you did. Okay, let's dive right into low progesterone. So what is progesterone? Most of you guys know this, but just to recap a little bit, this is what I call your calming hormone. So we have different hormones that play a different part in our cycles and pregnancy and all the thing. And progesterone is what we call like the zen hormone, like the good feeling hormone, the calming hormone. It helps us sustain a pregnancy, which means once we get pregnant, it helps us stay pregnant. We should see our progesterone increase slightly through every trimester. And when we don't have enough of it, estrogen kind of runs rampant, and that's where we have a lot of issues. We need the balance of both. So what are some signs that your progesterone is actually low? If you've been to the doctor and they've tested your progesterone, that's a great indicator, obviously. Very black and white indicator. Some other things might be heavy periods, breast tenderness, and these typically come from having more estrogen. It's not necessarily just that your progesterone's low, but that your estrogen is higher because your progesterone is low. And also, let me just say, I'm sorry for the way I sound today. I'm a little sick. Sickness is going around, but that's not going to stop me from recording, so just bear with my awful voice. I'm so sorry. But other signs might be that your periods are a little irregular. Maybe you have some spotting before your periods. Maybe you have migraines. Some people tend to have migraines right before they start their period. Another very, very unfortunate symptom is miscarriage in the first trimester. Now, that is not always the case. There's a lot of factors that go into miscarriages, so I don't want you to think like that's the end-all be-all, but it definitely could cause that because, again, we need that progesterone to sustain a pregnancy. Okay, so that's what progesterone is. Some signs you might have low progesterone or high estrogen, kind of the same thing. So what causes our progesterone to be low? There's a few different factors here, and again, I'm going to go more in depth into this in that free masterclass. But the main one we're going to focus on today is stress. We know stress is a fertility killer, and stress looks different for different people. It's not just emotional stress. Stress can be emotional for sure. For sure can be emotional stress, but it can also be elevated cortisol. It can be elevated blood sugars. It can be inflammation in your body. Anything that is stressing your body, it could be negative thoughts. So again, going back to emotional, I want us to realize like how important it is to work on our mindset through fertility, because that's the easiest thing to do, right? Is to get hopeless and depressed and sad and jealous. And I don't want that for you because one, that's not a fun way to live, right? That's not how God called you to live. You are beautiful, wonderful, strong, and fertile, and I want you to believe it. But it's also good for your fertility. It's good for boosting your progesterone. So when it comes to low progesterone, there is some type of stress causing that loss. And so Take a little inventory of your life. Where's the biggest stress in your life? Is it work? Is it not getting enough sleep? Is it not eating enough food? That is your biggest picture. If you have listened to this podcast at all, you've heard me say this all the time. It's stress, it's stress, it's stress. And that is so annoying. I know. And I even say that a lot, that it's annoying that I say stress. But it just is. I mean, it is the root problem. It is the root cause. And a lot of people want to address their low progesterone with creams or shots or suppositories. And not that those things are bad, but keep in mind, they're not addressing the root cause of your low progesterone. You're you're giving yourself a boost, which is great. And if that makes you feel better, I'm cool with that. You need to speak to a specialist and use it correctly. We don't just use it all the time, but it's still not addressing the cause of your low progesterone. And so there still needs to be some work done in finding out where the stress is in your body, in your life, that is causing this low progesterone. Where are your minerals being depleted? So now I'm going to give you 3 tips on what you can do besides that, right? I told you just now to take an inventory of where the stress is in your life. And you may not know what that stress is. And that's okay. That's okay. But the other things you can do to improve your progesterone, this is what I call low-hanging fruit, something easy. And that is the Earthly Tincture. This is a company I really like. They make tinctures, vitamins, teas, all kinds of really cool stuff. But they have one called Fertility Boost. And that is specifically for women with low progesterone. So this is an herbal supplement. Please check with your doctor before you start any supplements, especially if you take medications. This podcast is purely educational, right? But I will link that in the show notes. That Earthly Tincture Fertility Boost is specifically for low progesterone. So if you are having a regular cycle, you're not having the signs of low progesterone, don't take that tincture just because it has the word fertility in it. You need something else. But if you were here with low progesterone, excess estrogen, you're showing the signs, that Fertility Boost is a really great option for you. Okay, so taking a stress inventory, decreasing our stress, we're going to add in this nice herbal tincture to help us. And I truly think your next best step is to enroll in Boost Your Fertility Blueprint. This self-paced course is going to walk you through exactly what's affecting your fertility, what you can do about it, how you can improve your progesterone levels. I give you a daily checklist. So none of this is like super confusing or overwhelming. There's not a bunch of medical jargon. I break it down so you can understand it. You can go through it pretty quickly if you would like to. I tell everyone to take their time. Don't feel stressed. But there's a daily checklist. There's print-offs, things for making meals that will boost your progesterone. Just everything you need if you are dealing with low progesterone is in there step by step, and all you have to do is print that checklist and follow it daily. So instead of wondering why your progesterone is low and constantly Googling what you can do about it, you'll have an actual plan. You'll feel more empowered. That alone will decrease your stress, and you'll be more fertile and get pregnant sooner for it. So that is also linked in the show notes. If that is something you're interested in, we'd love to have you in the group. And I'll just end with a reminder that your fertility is always changing. If you have low progesterone right now, that does not mean you will always have low progesterone. And if you will give it 3 months of dedicated effort and lifestyle changes, you can improve that progesterone level naturally. Thanks for being here with me. I will see you next week. Thanks for hanging out with me today. If this episode touched your heart or taught you something, I'd be honored if you share it with a friend who could use the information too. And if you want to be the real MVP, then would you also take 30 seconds to tap those 5 stars at the bottom and leave a written review telling me what you're loving? It lights me up to know this podcast is really helping you. Don't forget, you're super cute and super fertile, so meet me back here next week and let's keep chatting and learning together.